how do you make it easier for yourself to do the self-love and the forgiveness? What are some tips you might be able to give to our audience?
Yeah, so I think the one thing that really shifted me when my father was diagnosed with a disease that there's no cure, right? This disease only evolves and etc. So there's no cure, and it happened last year. And I love my dad, so it kind of really shook my core. Let's say that. And the days were very dark, and I was trying to find a way to motivate myself. And I think through this time, I just realized sometimes motivation is just in simplicity. We overcomplicate the story so much, especially in the healing world. Like you need to go over trauma and drama again and again in order to help yourself. I just realized that it comes with three things. One is you make a decision. Like you make a decision with yourself under the creator or God, whatever you say, just with yourself. You know what? Happiness is a choice. And I'm going to do whatever I can. I'm going to put the effort from myself in order to be happy, to have a healthy life. So I think the first thing is just you have this desire. But I'm not saying to say it, like really, really feel it. You know, sometimes you just say enough is enough. I'm going to find a way out. So this type of putting the intention, the out there universe was the first thing. Second thing, what I realized that time, although I know it, and I'm teaching about it. Sometimes we all do it, right? When you speak about all the negative things that's happening, and the things are real, right? You're not inventing those things; they're real. But when you keep talking about these things and go over, poor me, this, it's like a magnet from the universe. You attract them more. You attract them more. And I realized, okay, I need to really shift my language to gratitude, 100%. No matter, oh yeah, he's sick, but he's alive. This happening, but I can go home. You know, trying to see the gratitude in every day. And there were some days that I was really crying and forcing myself, because when it's just you don't feel good about your job, it's a bit easier pain to deal with. But someone that you love dearly and you have nothing to do, you know, there's no cure there, nothing to do. You need to accept and just pray that the best thing can happen, right? So that time, I think the practice of gratitude really, really helped me to change things very drastically. And I immediately bring it to my work. I start to give it to my clients. Like if you have an ex-husband who doesn't pay you, every day send gratitude to that person. And they were doing it. And some of them really realized, oh, the relationship changed. He started to pay for the school fees, you know? Gratitude is just a magic, but we don't do it. We always forget because it's so simple. It was, I think, the second thing. And the third thing is just not letting it go. Because when I say let it go, people misunderstand. How I'm gonna let go? You know, that person hurt me. That story hurt me. I don't know how to explain in English, because it's not just you let it go and you forget. It's just you understand why it happened. You take what you can, you take the gifts, but then you let go of the drama for yourself. Not for the other people, not for anyone involved, not in order to make peace and make them greater. No, no, no. My forgiveness philosophy starts with me. But it's just to reframe those stories. So you don't carry those things anymore. And there were some stories that I was carrying. And when something that serious happened in my life, I don't want to carry them, you know? I just need to understand how they help me and what I'm learning, because sometimes teaching is just putting boundaries instead of, sometimes teaching is getting rid of the drama. And the last piece was to feel this, we talk about this feminine energy, the divine feminine, the queen, the priestess, whatever you say, the better version of you. I start to tune into more. I start to talk with her more. And I was like, what would she do in this situation? And I learned it from one of my coaches. Like, what would that version of me do in this situation? And the more I close my eyes and talk to that version of me, she was like, it's not worth it. Or she was like, go for it, do that. So I was just, I was kind of, your inner voice has everything to guide you, but you don't usually use it. So I really switched to that. Even for a big business decisions, I was like, okay, what we should do.